So we've won the league. We're in the cup final. Have we kept our 100% record? Think it through. What channel are you on? Hello, my name's Damien, I am that tracking foot manager, and welcome back to Bottle Job FC. That is right, we blew it. Oh, I am fuming, I can assure you. We absolutely bottled it. We played Lincoln in the last game and we got smashed 4-1. Ooh, I'm angry. Apart from that, it's been going quite well. You were here for the game with the football in it. Yes, you were here for Sassuolo. We then beat Lincoln 5-0 at home. Williams, Swiderski, 2 for Ndukwu and McGrew of another. St. Joseph's, we beat 5-1 in the cup. Borje, McGrew, and a hat-trick for Williams. College 75, we... sorry. Caetano, McGrew of a hat-trick, and Ndukwu 2 for Reese, and Emmanuel Williams made 8. St. Joseph's in the league, we beat for 6. Andrew Hernandez got himself sent off, but long after the action was over. Mullen, McGrew, Hernandez, Williams, and O'Driscoll had scored the goals by then. Mons Calpe away was a surprisingly difficult 2-1. Swiderski and Williams with the goals. Odi Alpha, the Alpha, had pulled one back, but it never looked threatening. And then we just didn't turn up. We played Lincoln, and we got hammered. Jason Murphy scored on 4, Toraj on 19. Toraj, by the way, has accepted, finally, Gibraltarian citizenship, so that's a result. Swiderski got himself sent off. We were already gone, let's be honest. It was really, really, really poor, and I don't know why. So we have Man 62 at home, and Lincoln at home in the cup. I don't know why it's home and not away. Neutral. It's neutral. No, we're not going to look at the internationals. No, I'm not doing it. No, you can't make me. Okay, fine, but it's really embarrassing. It's really, really embarrassing. Because we lost to Andorra. I mean, we got smashed by Slovakia. That happens. You'd expect that. Oh, we got beat by Andorra. I don't know where this came from. Because we were in charge. We were 2-0 up and cruising. And then Jose Perez came out of absolutely nowhere, scored 2 goals. And suddenly we were struggling again. Tyler Beckwith gave the lead just before half-time. And we never came out for the second half. Reno Hercules missed a pen. It was just dreadful. Absolutely awful. And we've lost to Andorra. And that's it. Our chances of doing anything in this qualifying group are over in the second match. As you can see, if you haven't... I'm pretty sure I haven't already told you this. The other teams are Armenia, Slovakia, Portugal, and Bulgaria. I mean, we're above Armenia. Armenia, who got beat 4-0 by Portugal and 6-0 by Bulgaria. Realistically, this was a really good chance to finish 4th in a group. A really, really good chance. We're going to get beat by Slovakia, beat by Portugal, beat by Bulgaria. That's fine. They're better than us. But Andorra and Armenia are both teams we should be beating comfortably. And we've dropped points against Andorra. How have we done that? And all did the national team ranking take a beating then. We dropped from 171st to 177th because of that defeat. It was bad. It was very bad. So all in all, despite, where I should be is on top of the world, actually, I'm grumpy. So right, let's go smash Man 62 and then go get revenge against Lincoln in the cup final, right? Right. We can try, right? Just before we go, actually, I will quickly talk about homegrown status, because I know it comes up a lot with this channel. So if we look at the side, we've got this lad in on trial, Isaac Fresneda, who's not amazing, but I'm thinking about it because he'll fill a squad slot. And he's 18, his determination's not really good enough, his physicals are not really good enough. I'm thinking about it because he's young enough, he would qualify for trained at club in 2 years. But in 2 years, are we going to be way past him? Who knows? So the ones that we've got are Hernandez, Olivero, Caetano, Banda, Williams, Beckwith, Robinson, Mullen, Burns, and Borke. You don't know Burns. He came through the youth intake this year. He is about half a player, but plenty of chance for that half a player to turn into a full one. The determination of 7 is not good enough, but I might be able to scare him into being a bit stronger by playing in some real football matches. His passing and technique and first touch are really good for a 15-year-old. He's reasonably quick too. But like I say, half his game is not there. So he's going to get a start in this one. We'll see how that goes. So if we look down that list, Hernandez is realistically now too old to be featuring in the first team, and Olivero is realistically not good enough to be featuring in the first team. We don't really want Banda in the first team either. Caetano's not great, but he's young enough to improve, so I'm okay to sit with him. Obviously, our amazing fullbacks are amazing, but Beckwith does get himself suspended a lot, and Robbie Mullen's not far behind him, so that'll be an issue. Robinson is not good enough. I believe he's leaving at the end of the season. Yes. Yes? No, I'm thinking of someone else. No, Robinson is staying. He's still not good enough, but he is staying. So if we look at the players we've got left there, Caetano, he's not first choice in any of the positions he plays in, but he'll play in one of them. Banda for now is the goalkeeper, makes 2. Williams is 3. Beckwith and Mullen are 4 and 5. That's where we stand. That is our limit. Borke, I keep trying, and I keep trying. You're probably sick of me saying that name because he's not really good enough. But if we look now at when they're due to arrive, this is the big one. Dale McGrewer, in a month and a half, becomes homegrown. That's huge. Huge. The only other one to change will be Russell Stewart, but that's not till next summer, which is a bit annoying. Russell Stewart will become homegrown next summer, which is fine because he's 20, he's got really good determination, he'll improve. I was hoping it was, but God, he looks scary, doesn't he? That is a Glaswegian looking for a kebab. My days. Yes, I was hoping it would be this season because obviously I signed him for college quite recently, but well, not quite long ago, rather, quite a long time ago. But it's 3 years, isn't it? Whereas the Gibraltarian citizenship is 2 years, it has to be 3 seasons for him to qualify as homegrown, which is an irritant. So that's basically where we stand. If you include Dale McGrewer, we have 6 players. 6 good players that you'd be happy to throw in. And let's face it, several of those players I did not accept. Was I happy to throw in? Which means Olivero is going to get another season at centre-half. That's not ideal. And the biggest, like I said, the biggest problem is we don't have any way of fixing that. There is no one else in this country who's any better. And certainly not anyone we could afford. If we do look at Lincoln's squad, and again, I realise I'm dragging the length of this video out already, but Lincoln, who are the best team in the country, allegedly, there's their homegrown statuses. As far as I can tell, they're cheating. Because they don't seem to ever select anyone who's trained at club. Or trained in nation. They've only got 5 in their first team. I have looked at Chris Corcoran. I looked at him quite briefly, because he's a fullback, and that's where our 2 strongest players are. I might just have to spaff a load of money away. Honestly, I might just have to spaff a load of money away and say, right, Toraj, I want him. Ronan, maybe. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's going to be a lot. That's the thing. I mean, we did say we need to build up the rest of the league, but I didn't want to start with them, to be honest with you, especially after they stole 100% record off us. A lot of the players who I thought were qualified don't. I thought Hercules was, he's not. I thought Young Coombs was, he's not. I could look at Rickard. Ugh. I could look away from Rickard. I could look at James Bell. No, I could not. Okay, so it might come down to literally going through the squad and just paying far too much money for everyone who's eligible. They're good. Like, they've got a really good side for homegrown status. Unfortunately, none of the players are any good. Del Rio, I've thought about it repeatedly, but he's not... I don't think he's any better than what we've got. And that's the biggest problem, is that it's not just that he's not any better than what we've got, but if you think about where we've got homegrown players, fullback, centre forward, wings. Those positions are fine. So it's centre mid. And my God, there isn't one. There really isn't one. So that's my job for the summer. Kian Ronan can play centre mid, kind of. Maybe I do have to buy him. And even then, I still have to convince... How did he get homegrown? He started at Ipswich. I suppose he moved over early enough. I still have to convince him they want to sign, because there's still a massive thing. There's the league table, by the way. A massive thing about they want to sign for Lincoln and not for me. Even though, look at that, I'm 8 points clear of them. And they've played the extra game. If I beat Man 62, I'll be 11 points clear with a plus 67 goal difference, having lost only one and won all the others. And that still means I beat Lincoln twice before you say, yeah, but who did you lose against? So that's the league table. Yeah, plus 67, 54 points. It's not unreasonable, is it? The cup final is obviously against Lincoln. Who else is it going to be against? Let's get on with it, shall we? So this is the side we're going with. It's not our very strongest side, but it'll do. Malachi Edgar's in goal. Mullen, Olivero, Heaton and Okiowu are the defence. Conlon and Burns in the middle. Stewart and Caetano on the wings. Magruder and Williams up top. Magruder, by the way, on just the 42 goals this season. He's wanted, and you'll have seen the wanted sign, and you'll be scared. And I was scared until I realised it was Forest Green Rovers. I think we can probably convince him not to go there. I hope we can convince him not to go there. I mean, you wouldn't, surely, even Gibraltarian football, you wouldn't leave a team that got through the group stages of the Europa Conference to go to League 2. Surely. I mean, you'd have to be a Forest Green fan or a proper die-hard vegan, wouldn't you? But then this game sometimes doesn't make that kind of logical decision. I keep tying him down to the longest contract I possibly can. Every year I extend it to the length it could possibly go to. Stewart's crossed to the back stick and Olivero loses out in the air. Shout out, by the way, to Mr. McMillan, who did suggest looking at Bangura, who we're playing against now, so let's call it a scouting mission. Bangura there, tracking back in centre midfielder. Magruder touched in the bottom corner, that's 43. This lad Bangura here, I have looked at his stats. They haven't blown me away, I have to be honest. I will show you him a little bit later. But we'll have a look and see if he does anything against us. Because if he can do something against us, then maybe the stats are lying. Magruder, beautiful first touch. Very selfish, but you know, if you scored 42 goals in a season, I think you can have that confidence to tuck it in from that angle, can't you? Stewart to take the corner. Flicks it a bit. Oh, it's a pen. Magruder to take it. Gracia put his hands on Caetano a bit too much there. Ugh, misses. Matron. Magruder to take the pen. There we go, just number 44. The man's a cheat code, isn't he? If we lose him, I mean, obviously, that there's two different ways of defining lose him, isn't there? Obviously, we might end up selling him and he won't play for us anymore, and that would be a disaster. But obviously, if someone comes in and turns his head and we lose him mentally, because he's like, I don't want to be here anymore, that's just as bad. Edgar probably should have picked that up, but never mind. Okio to Stewart. Apologies for sniffles. Oh, on that note, actually, I did forget to mention, I'm onto a week of night shift. 2 weeks of night shifts, actually. Maybe he's off there, I think. No, he's not. That's a hat-trick. 45th goal of the season. Night shifts. And my plan was to spend Friday, which I had off, hammering through a few videos to make sure I had a buffer in case they were more difficult than I thought they were going to be, because I haven't done a night shift in 4 years, and even then it was only one shift. So, I didn't do that because I was ill, hence the sniffle. It was a proper bugger, actually. Like, I haven't felt like that in ages. I felt far worse than when I had COVID. But the long and short of that is, I'm not looking for sympathy, don't worry. The long and short of it is, there might be a gap in videos coming up. I will do my very best not to let that happen, but it's now, as I record, 12:46 Monday, and you're going to watch this on Monday. I hate recording on the day. For most of this series, I've been able to keep that ahead. Tito de Torres gets in, scores his 18th. And again, if it wasn't for the fact he was a forward, I'd consider nicking him. Where was I? Yeah, for most of this series, I've been able to stay 2 or 3 video slots ahead, which is why sometimes my comment replies are a little bit hazy. I don't like having to record. Those of you who are creators, you might have this. Sometimes it's lovely to come and play this game, but if you have to, it's not so much fun. And it can be a real, like, treadstone. Treadstone? Millstone? There's a word for it, I forget what it is. It's probably quite good. Magruder heads it just onto the top of the crossbar. So my point is, I'm not ahead the way I normally am, and I'm now working overnight, tonight, as you watch this if you're on the day, and tomorrow night. So obviously the where the sleep goes is going to be quite important in that. Conlon is through. Can cut one back to Magura for his fourth. No, he goes all the way back to Mullen. Caetano. Back to Conlon. Hits one and Conlon buries it. This could be Conlon's last year here. I think his contract's up. And he is a 31-year-old Englishman who's on the decline, is the polite way of putting it. It'll depend who else we can find. If we do manage to convince someone like Taraj to come down from Lincoln, that'll be huge. And that might be the final nail in his coffin. Magura could easily have just stuck a peck out there and just nicked a goal, but team player and all that. Yeah, but looking at the starting 11 at least, Olivero I'd love to get rid of, but the squad slots, alas, refuses. Okiowu I spent a lot of money on. That's the only reason I'm keeping him, really. He's good, don't get me wrong. And he can cover all across the defence, and he's very quick. If I hadn't spent a massive amount of money on it, I'd think about getting rid of him. Williams buries one. Williams is still here, by the way. Yeah, that lad, he's only scored 25 this season, so he's a bit of a failure. It's a 20-game season. Oh, Bangura's mistake, was it? Hang on, let's look at that again. Was it? I don't feel like that was Bangura's mistake. It said so in the commentary. Yeah, the league season is 20 games long. I know we played a lot of European football, but even so, for Magura to have 45 and Williams to still have 25 is a bit silly. Williams, by the way, is about to get 26 if he plays his cards right here. Cuts in Conlon, who hits the defender, and it's hacked away. Okiowu to Stewart. That's another reason not to get rid of Okiowu. I can't pronounce it. Stewart cuts one across, and Magura is completely unmarked for number 46. This one might be offside. Nah. We don't rule out his goals for offside. We just let him go. Oh, that one was Busto's mistake. Busto was someone who featured in the international team once upon a time and never will again. Didn't like him. He made a lot of mistakes too. I mean, again, his mistake, yeah, he did a bit of a Harry Maguire, didn't he? He probably could have put that out for a corner, but... So, we'll take off the cheat code at half-time, rest him for the cup final. I don't think anyone else needs the rest. About as good a first half as you're going to see. Anyone need the time? Reese can come on. Oh, you can see me looking at Borke. No, Reese doesn't get a lot of football because of the squad selection rules. And Reese is going to be a problem because he thinks he's a regular starter and he kind of isn't. He's a good forward and he just doesn't fit because I need Williams to always be playing. Anyway, the Tetris can continue another day. Is there anyone I want to give some football to? O'Driscoll's coming back from injury. He'll have to replace Heaton because Oliveira's homegrown. One more? Just do it all now? Yeah, sod it. Borke for Williams. Let's just do it all now. Let's hope no one gets injured. It'll be fine. It's only a cup final against Lincoln. Who cares about that, eh? 6-1 at half time. This is something that you're going to have to let me know about in the comments. If it's... Oh, that's not the same Busto. Do apologise. I thought it was Ethan Busto. It's Nicholas Busto. I'm a bit out there today, aren't I? I say that every video. Right, you're going to have to let me know how tedious it starts getting. I'm not suggesting it is now necessarily, but domestic football, it's going to get tedious. Until we move to another club, how's that got through? What a save from Malachi Edgar. I think he's 18, which means I think... Did he appear on the list of homegrowns? If he's... Oh, he might be 20, actually. Basically, we have to go out there and maraud the world for 17 and 18-year-olds. Borke has picked up a knock. I might just take him off. In fact, I think I will. Can we just take him off? I can't do it from there. Oliveira nods him down to O'Driscoll, sends it back to the keeper. Yes. I've started 4 different topics, haven't I, since the last highlight began, and I haven't finished any of them. Eventually, until we move teams, domestic football's going to get tedious, because it is just going to be this. We won every game but one this year, and I'm furious about losing the one. You'd like to think that next season we're going to win every game. And probably the season after that, and probably the season after that. At some point, and again, you'll have to help me in the comments when that time is. Again, I'm not suggesting you're going to know now. Great save from Edgar, but the Torres pulls one back, and that's 6-2. I'm still going to get rid of Borke, I think. I don't think they're going to pull back forward. Take off Borja. It's a gashed leg. I shouldn't have done that. Never mind. At some point, we're going to have to move to another club. It might be Lincoln. I can't remember if I told you Mick McElway, the long-time manager of Lincoln, has retired. So they're stuck with somebody else whose name I've forgotten. Shows how much I care about them, doesn't it? Outstretched arms. Very delighted with the win. Apparently they were rivals. I think everyone's a rival in Gibraltar, aren't they? I have Borge's name just over the centre circle like he's been shot. So we won our half of the group by a little bit. I'll do it. So we'll get £267,000 for that. Oh, sorry, 372. Ooh, inflation's a thing, isn't it? 28 grand for winning the league and 372 grand for winning the second half of the league. It's almost like that's broken. Yes, John, I know it's broken, don't worry. We paid out 21.5 grand, so suddenly finances are over 3 mil? Over 3 mil. Beautiful stuff. Magura in top form. Obvs. Very pleased to get on with it. Dale Magura, let's have a look. Let's just open that form page and just stare at it. So, non-competitive, 9 goals in 5. League, 27 goals in 15 appearances, plus 3 sub. Cup, 1 goal in 2 appearances. Deeply disappointing. We're going to have a word with him about that. Continental, 18 goals in 17 plus 1 appearances. International, none, because he wants to be Scottish. Weirdo. And overall, 46 in 34 plus 4. His worst rating in the last 20 games is 6.8. His worst rating. He scored 26 goals in the last 20 games. The boy's a cheat code. Forest Green are rumoured to be interested. I bet they bloody are. I did consider just bashing transfer value up to 5 million quid, but that would unsettle him, and it seems a bit early to worry about that. But his contract has him down until 2030. So that is 3 more full seasons. I'm tempted to just offer him another one now. Important player. You don't want to be a star? Okay. 4 years, 2031, sold. What do you want? Have it. No agent fee. Go. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to give you a lump sum. I'm very, very greedy when it comes to lump sums. I don't like giving them out. Landmark goal bonus. You can't have that. You'll score that before half time. I want a 1-year extension by club. Thank you. That's mandatory. Done. Sold. There you go. He's been paid less than £1,000 a week. Less than £1,000 a week for theoretically the next 6 years. 5 years. Yes. So ultimately, we'll have to make a decision at some point as to whether it's better just to have him angry and here. It will be fascinating to find out if he does get his head turned by anyone. And it will be fascinating to find out if he still plays as well with said head turned. But, I mean, even you look at the stats and you go, he's alright. He's alright. He's not particularly quick. He can't really finish. Honestly, if you were looking at him in the scouting reports now, and you weren't looking at this bit, you weren't looking at this bit or this bit, you were just looking at these, you would look at him and go, yeah, but he's not homegrown. Maybe not. Yeah, I might take a punt on him, but I'd hardball the negotiations. And look what you'd missed out on. Never truly rely on the... I'm yammering far too much for a game of a cup final in it. See you there. So, just a bit of clearing up. End of season awards for the league went through, and Magruer, surprisingly, won all of them. I mean, I think he was second place in best goalkeeper. 106 shots on target, 6.44 per match on average. There you go. So he's got fans, player of the year, challenge group player of the year, top goal scorer, young player of the year, challenge group young player of the year, young player. I mean, is that not the same? Oh, fans young player, regular young player. I get manager of the year, whoop whoop, and fans manager of the year, whoop whoop. And the squad is us, except for their goalkeeper, centre half, and centre mid. I'm on the poach. I don't think any of them are homegrown, so it doesn't matter. Beckwith and Duckworth and McGrewer get defender, midfielder, and attacker of the year. Lewis Webb gets goalkeeper of the year. I'm on the poach. He's very good, to be fair. He's very, very good. Unfortunately, he will never be homegrown, but he's very, very good. McGrewer dedicated all 4 of his awards to me, bless. Beckwith got 825 quid for being a team of the year. How could he? McGrewer gets his new contract, signed it up, £200,000 a year is going to pay him over the course of 4 more years. Bonus! What else happened? We signed a guy who looks a lot like how I imagine Jesus looked. He's going to be our physio. There was something else, I've forgotten what. Oliveira's contract was up, so we have offered it to him. It says not good enough. He's right, but, can't be helped. I feel like there's something else. Can't remember what it was. Can't have been that important. So we're going to go with this. We've had to make a few changes to fit, again, the bloody team rules, because they apply in the cup as well. So Oliveira is coming to centre mid. Harry Jones back in the centre half. It says transfer. Obviously, he's coming to us because we won the league. Edgar will play this one in goal again. Okiowu, Heaton, Jones and Mullen in the back 4. Oliveira, like I said, in midfield with Swiderski. Swiderski is not fit enough to survive that, but that's fine. He'll play 60 minutes. Hernandez and Caetano makes this a pretty bloody weak wing game, but you know what? It'll be fine. And between Williams and McGrewer up top, we've only got 71 goals, so we might struggle for goal scoring something. I cannot wait for McGrewer to be homegrown because just that one extra player is going to make such a big difference. Apparently, we're going to do the team sheet again. Edgar, Mullen, Jones, Heaton, Okiowu, Swiderski and Oliveira, Caetano and Hernandez, McGrewer and Williams. I haven't even had coffee yet. I was going to say a thing. Oh yeah, sadly Beckwith is not quite back to fitness. Pick up where you left off. Make the difference. Be the miracle. Vote for somebody. I nearly went political, and I'll try not to do that. I think most people who actually know me know where my politics lie, but we won't shout about them too loud, especially in the current climate. Because I'm a corporate shill. All I want is subscribers and views. It's not true. Couldn't care less. Honestly, I'm delighted that you're here enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying it anyway. But I'm not going to sit. I'm not the guy who's going to sit there farming for extra subs and extra views and F for Fs and all that utter rubbish. Because then you make it a job, and jobs aren't fun. Traditionally. This is fun. And ultimately, I know. Don't get scared by this statement. But I know that I can just stop doing this if I want to. I don't want to. Don't worry. But if you're getting 10,000 views ago, Williams is through. Pass Ramuni, can he bury it? Oh, he can. And Webb, goalkeeper of the year, tissue paper of the year. What was that as an attempt to make a save, eh? Manuel Williams scores number 793, and yeah, Caetano is he? No, it's Swiderski's assist. That's alright. Caetano got the assist after that comment. It would have been poor. Goalkeeper, where are you? Maybe I won't go poach him. That's the thing, is I said about, faffing money down to the leagues. There's £1 million in the transfer budget. I'm sure there'll be more next year. And there's no one I could buy for £1 million, not even close. That's a pen. Swiderski's been shoved over. Richards is in the book. Carlos Richards? Surely he's like 50. No? Okay. McGrewer to take the pen. He's what, 48th? 47th? 48th? Ooh, only just. Webb nearly got there, but it's 33rd minute, 47. Maths is hard. I mean, counting that high is hard for anyone. It's a good thing it's a good pen, because Webb does pretty well. Chuck some praise out there. Hernandez to Williams. I do wonder, I mean, the only time we got beat was in the away game, and every other time we faced Lincoln, we've been at home. Whatever that means. So I do wonder if the game is giving far too much credit to that home-away balance. Caetano's header, and that's why we got smashed 4-1 in the penultimate game of the season. Shut up. Because we were away, and it thought, oh, that's more tricky. Maybe. Or maybe we'd just won the league a couple of weeks earlier and the players hadn't turned up. Or maybe they were fatigued from scoring far too many goals in every other game. What a fantastic first half. You've blown them away. Changes? Changes. Don't think so. I'd only be doing it for the sake of doing it, wouldn't I? Gaetano's quite tired. Maybe we shove Magruder out to left wing and bring on... Oh, I can't do that. He's homegrown. Bring on... Oh, we didn't bring... What's his face? Well, that's not going to work then, is it? Okay, then I won't do it. Sorry. It's only a thought. You need to shout at me. Yeah, all the players I want to take off are all homegrown, and I've got no one homegrown on the bench. Have I? Well, anyone homegrown on the bench? Banda. Bander's the only player on the bench we've got that's homegrown. I could shot swap goalkeepers, and then I'd be able to bring on a non-homegrown somewhere else. But that seems a little excessive, and it's only 2 now. I didn't look at the bench very well there, did I? Hernandez floats one in. Magruder with the header, and it dribbles just wide. 60th minute. Have we seen a chance from them yet? I don't think we have. We have had 4 in the book, which is a bit of a worry. Hercules has come off on a 6.1. I believe I got partway into saying this before forgetting what I was doing. We probably scored a goal or something. If I don't hurry up, we'll do it again. Oh, let Magruder finish and then I'll think about it. Oh, what a save from Webb. Fair enough, he is quite good. Oh, it's gone. Oh, yeah. Building up the league, obviously that works in 2 different directions. Because spaffing loads of money into the league is a good thing. But Lincoln aren't exactly short of money. And if we start poaching their best players, are we strengthening them or weakening them? And we've got to make that decision because we don't want... I mean, we're already winning the league comfortably. We want the entire league to improve as well. I think it's Swiderski to come off, isn't it? Let's hook him. Pause. Help. There we go. Swiderski can come off for Conlon, probably for his last appearance. I can't remember if his contract's up. I forgot to check. Gaetano for... Nobody, because I can't take him off, because I've got no one to bring him on for. Bother. Never mind. Play on. Doesn't matter. He's got plenty of time off to the next game. I remember what the other thing was. It was Bangura. The full scout report came back in. Bangura at man 62, as recommended. I might well go for him. He's very much a dubious, but he's a homegrown, so I might take him anyway. Hernandez floats one into the area to Williams. Williams drives it across to Magruder, who looked off. He was off. But it's the 75th minute. We're 2-0 up, and we haven't conceded a meaningful chance. Oh, here it comes. Francis with the corner. I must learn to shut my fat mouth, mustn't I? Francis. Corner's headed away by Olivero, who's on the prowl for a yellow card. Instead, he wins the ball. Whoops, unlucky. To Hernandez. Back to Okiowu and Olivero. And Heaton and Olivero and Heaton. Chipped it forward, and Ramuni nods it down, and it's coming back at us. Okiowu should win that race, but doesn't. He's so fast, he's left the guy behind, but he's meant to be marking. Bit of an issue. Cuts it back to Gordon. Gordon's alive. Gordon heads it to Young Coombs. Okiowu gets a toe in, lovely, but Young Coombs gets it back. Richards hits one, and... That was closer than I would like. I don't want to concede a goal now. It would be, inconvenient having to worry about the football. Magruder brings it down first time. Can he just bury it, get the goalkeeper an assist? Not quite. Webb makes another good save, and you have to say... He might have looked pretty shaky for that first goal, but he's made some very big saves. Maybe I will try and poach him. Conlon's cross, headed over the top by somebody. Heaton, I think. We'll have a very quick look at contracts. I'm not going to make a big thing about going through the end of season summary. There's no point. You've just seen all the award winners in the league. They're going to be the same in the club. What the board think of... Oh, here we go. Let's raise the trophy. What the board think about our signings is very rarely an accurate representation of how good they are. Magruder comes over and shakes the hand of that guy. Whoever he is. Well done, you, mate. And we are the champion. I mean, the problem is, because it is so easy, it's difficult to get excited about it. Won the league and the cup double. That's quite a big thing. And that's like, oh yeah, cool. Congratulations. Yeah. Ooh, somersault there from... Who's my 7? Can't remember. Anyway. 48 grand for winning that. Lovely stuff. I won the cup a year ahead of schedule. I did it last year, 2 years ahead of schedule. I pleased the board, but not that way. We paid out 26 grand. What was I going to do? First things first, Chris Bangura. He's got gaps in his game. Some of them are quite large. But he's 21 and he's homegrown. I think I'm going to have him. It says only Simon Bangura as a last resort. That's harsh. He's mediocre. He's not poor. And there are good things about his game. His first touch, long shots are all good. His physicals are all okay, nearly there. But, you know, he's homegrown. And I'd say he is better than, let's say, him. Well, maybe not better. As good as. Okay, maybe slightly worse than. But Conlon's on 675 grand a week. 675 quid a week. Contract is up next summer, so it doesn't matter. He's not going anyway. I have quick last thing before we go. Quick bash through at the expiry dates. So the line is there. There's none left. Jace Oliveira is considering contract. Eonton's gone. He's not homegrown, despite being mediocre at best. So he's long gone. I don't know why he's not homegrown. Where did he come from? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Braintree and Stevenage, obviously. So he's gone. Oliveira staying just for a bit longer. James Robinson. No, he's not enough, is he? He's not enough. His contract's up next week. The determination's really good, but everything else is so much bad. So much bad? Much bad. Bad. Lose. Yeah, no. And then the other two are loanees, obviously, and Harry Jones is coming here anyway, and Malachi Edgar is out of contract? He's out of contract. He's on 1,800 quid a week. He's 21, so he's never going to get citizenship. That makes it more difficult. But he's played reasonably well for us. And that's it. There's no other contract negotiations to talk about. I'd happily take an offer for any... Okay, so let's list the players I'd sell if offers came in. And Ndukwu, yes. Statham... Excuse me. I didn't say that word. Statham. Yeah, he can go. Swiderski... Yeah, he can go. Hernandez, I'll keep for homegrown only. Tom Conlon could go. Reese could go. Banda, homegrown. Cartana, homegrown. Williams, homegrown. Mullen, no. So yeah, so there's not a lot going on. And it's not like last year where we went into the European qualifiers going, oh, hell, we've only got like 2 players. Whoops. That won't happen this year because we're only going to lose a couple. And hopefully we'll have done some work by the time they come around, even though it is in probably about 2 weeks. And that's where we'll see you. Thank you very much for watching. Again, don't be too reliant on the usual release schedule for this week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to get 3 episodes a week out to you. Whether they're in the right place is a different matter entirely. So, best thing to do, ring the little bell. I haven't said that in years. Next to the subscribe button, there's a little bell. Ring that for notifications, and you'll know when I upload a thing. Just go with that. It'll be fine. Thank you very much for your continued support. I love you all very much, and I'll see you. Is it Thursday yet? Wrong series. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.